this man has correctly predicted 9 of the last 10 elections using his own model of 13 criteria.
All right, I'm making this video because I've seen this historian going around on X quite a bit, and this video on CNN actually has a lot of views. His position is because he has 13 keys that he came up with or whatever, that and predicted 9 out of the last 10 elections, which, by the way, even if it was 10 out of 10, it still doesn't matter. It's just a guy who got kind of on a lucky streak with these criteria that he has. So I don't know why everyone's taking this so seriously. Politics has so many moving parts. It's the intersection of so many different parts of life. To just distill it down to these 13 keys is way oversimplified. And this historian's point of view and why he's been on all these programs is he says that the debate that happened between Trump and Biden, where we all saw Biden have a historically poor performance, apparently to this historian dude, it doesn't matter.
All of these pundits and pollsters and analysts that you see on all the cable channels and all the networks have no track record in predicting elections. And yet they come on and they claim they know how this debate is going to affect the outcome of elections. They have no idea. It's sports talk radio. It may be entertaining, but it has no scientific basis.
So what is the impact, do you think?
Zero.
So this guy claims that because he has the 13 keys that have been 90% correct in the last 10 elections, that he's correct. And everyone else on the radio or on the TV, it's just sports talk radio, and they don't know what they're talking about. The debate, apparently, where Joe Biden, in the beginning and at the end of the debate, seemed to not be able to even string a sentence together, and he says stuff like this.
Here that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Look, the fact that this guy has 13 keys that have been generally pretty good for the last 10 elections actually doesn't mean a thing. It means nothing. And the debate that happened a few days ago certainly means a lot. A ton of people watched that debate, about over 50 million. They're going to see a guy like Joe Biden. If you can't string sentences together and you're expected to be the president of the United States, clearly there's a link between those two things. You should be able to be mentally alert enough to debate, string a sentence together, make coherent thoughts, speak clearly. There's going to be a link. And just because you have these 13 keys that have, again, like worked 90% of the time, that actually doesn't mean anything. The debate certainly does. If this guy's 13 keys were, say he was 8 out of 10 correct, 7 out of 10 correct in the last 10 elections, he wouldn't be on television. It'd be some other guy, some other person from some other professor, some other school who had the 11 keys or the 14 keys or the 367 keys. And he was 90% accurate in the last 10 elections, because that's certainly, if enough people make these predictive models or these models of trying to understand how the world works, politics, which is like the intersection, like I said, of so many different parts of life, short-term interest, long-term interest, the economy, foreign issues, domestic issues. You can't just distill that down to 13 things that you thought of and then assume that it's a good lens to look through it. And maybe you can use it a little bit, but this guy's claiming that his model is just better than everybody else's own intuition and own analysis of what's happening in the world and the Joe Biden debate performance from a few days ago.
Debates are not predictive of outcomes. Hillary Clinton won all 3 debates, still lost. John Kerry won all the debates, still lost. Barack Obama got trounced, 72 to 20% in the poll, worse than Biden, and went on to win. That's why we rely on the 13 keys, which tap into the structure of how elections really work. And they show that Democrats' really only chance to win, contrary to everything you've heard, is with Biden running.
It's too simplistic, though, these criteria. These elegant models like this, they work until all of a sudden they don't. Things change. The world is way too dynamic to look at everything through a neat little box like this. So with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe that an elegant model like this with these 13 keys can have some merit in an election like this? Do you think this could work following this checklist this guy's bringing up? Or do you, I would say more on my side, that elections are too dynamic, there's too many variables, you got to kind of treat every election case by case and just deal with things on the fly as they happen, and kind of, it's almost like a daily thing. Day to day, new information comes in, you adapt to it and go from there. So yeah, with that said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.